About 2 months ago on the podcast, and I'll show you the clip here in a minute, I was being asked, everywhere I'm going, I'm being asked, what do you think about this? What do you think about this? Can you give us our analysis? And, I said the biggest thing you have to worry about between now and November 5th, Trump is enemy of the state, number one. November 6th, it will be Elon Musk 1, Vance 2, then it's Trump. And they said, why? I said, because Musk is going to be around for a while, and Trump is a one-term president. Once he's in, he's in. And then Elon's going to be around a lot for many years. J.D. Vance is going to be a two-term president, so he's going to be the enemy. I said, but they're going to try to divide. I said, I predicted what I said. They're going to call who the president?
Elon Musk.
They're going to call Elon Musk the president, and they're going to call him Puppet Master, and they're going to put him on the cover of a magazine with a Puppet Master, whatever. You remember that? And you even went on ChatGPT.
I'll send it to Rob.
If you can send it to Rob, right? I say this 2 months ago. And watch what's been happening right now. Okay, I want you to watch this clip. Go ahead, Rob.
This morning made it clear with all his vast government experience, which is basically he became rich on the federal government, that he doesn't want Republicans to pass this. And seemingly Vice President Trump kind of backed him up then at that point. And what it says about the politics is this is going to be a mess.
Vice President Trump
on purpose.
President Elon Musk.
And
you have another clip, Rob?
You saw nonchalant he did it too?
Yeah.
Nonchalant.
That's Adam Kinzinger. Then there's another one that you have here. Go ahead, Rob.
Donald Trump is asking you to do him a big favor. Would you please raise the debt?
Guys, there's a very funny game being played in politics right now, I guess. Mr. Donald Trump. The game is like to make Donald Trump get angry against Elon Musk because everybody feels like Elon Musk is the one calling in the shot. It's not Donald Trump. People feel that Elon Musk is the president. Will it work on Donald Trump? I want to hear what you got to say. This is very important, guys. This is the bottom line. I want to hear what you got to say. Put your comment down, please. Don't just let this video go by. Will the trick that the media is playing on Donald Trump to get his ego to fall out, because you remember that his ego did fall out with Kamala Harris when Kamala Harris told him that, like, hey, your campaign, people are leaving your campaign, nobody's into you anymore. He got mad at this guy has a big ego. He has a big ego. So you know what I'm saying, so will it still work when they say that, hey, you're the vice president, you know what I'm saying, you're not the president? Will it work on Donald Trump? Many people say that it will. And I personally think, I don't know whether I stand. I think it's gonna work on him, but you know what I'm gonna say? It's gonna work on him. He's gonna get angry at it. Okay. Let's say it does mess up the relationship with Musk. Okay, this is why I don't understand when people ask you that question. Okay, so let's say it does work on Trump and it messes up the relationship with Musk. Musk gets out of the White House and Donald Trump stays president, which is good for Trump. Because everybody, I think, in the electorate, they like to see Trump runs the office with no billionaire next to him. So I think actually that's actually good if it works on Trump. So I don't understand why people say that the friendship that Trump has with Musk is dangerous. I think like if it works on Trump, that strategy of getting them angry because everybody's saying that Trump is not the president and Elon Musk is the president, I think it's actually good for the country because Trump's going to reject Elon Musk. Trump's going to kick him out of the White House, and then now Trump is the only king. You know what I'm saying? But if Trump bows down to Elon Musk, that would be the weirdest thing ever. I don't think that's going to happen. Because because Trump can call them. Just call the police, get him out of the White House. You don't need him. He's garbage. You know what I'm saying? It's like, he's a billionaire, but it's like, I respect Elon Musk. I would never say Elon Musk is garbage. I'm sorry to say that. He's very smart. He's very intelligent. He brought a lot to America. I don't know why I say that. But what I want to mean about Elon Musk is that it's like Elon Musk should not be in the White House dictating what to do with this country as a billionaire. Because the country wasn't built for Elon Musk. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't built for him. The country was built for everybody. You know what I'm saying? So it's life doesn't revolve around Elon Musk.
The fact that Donald Trump has been completely
right there, and then go to Bernie Sanders yesterday. Go to Bernie Sanders yesterday tweet. This is Bernie Sanders' tweet yesterday. Zoom in a little bit. Democrats and Republicans spend months negotiating a bipartisan agreement to fund our program. The richest man on earth, President Elon Musk, doesn't like it. Well, Republicans kiss the ring. Billionaires must not be allowed to run our government, right? Elon Musk doesn't.
Just half a click off. It's not Donald Trump asking for this. It's very clearly President Elon Musk asking for this. The fact that Donald Trump has been completely
right there, and then go to Bernie Sanders yesterday. Go to Bernie Sanders yesterday tweet. This is Bernie Sanders' tweet yesterday. Zoom in a little bit. Democrats and Republicans spend months negotiating a bipartisan agreement to fund our program. The richest man on earth, President Elon Musk, doesn't like it. Well, Republicans kiss the ring. Billionaires must not be allowed to run our government, right? This is taking place. Did you send something?
I sent it to Rob. And mind you, this is months. This is a month and a half, almost 2 months ago. We're sitting there, and you brought it up, and I just went to ChatGPT and I put it in, and this is what we were talking about.
Oh, this is coming soon.
That's coming very soon. And notice how they're saying it under their breath. Nobody was like,
Meaning that's Elon's in the back and Trump's in the front. By the way, this is not a real cover. This is Grok or this is ChatGPT?
This is a ChatGPT just on its own. Because you were talking about it, like I said. And notice how he says it. They're saying it under their breath. Like they're planting the seed, and nobody stopped them. And whoa! Why? They're letting it seep in, so now it's just becoming like regular talk. And I think it's a good move. You talked about the wedge; they're going to try to do it.
If you can go to my Twitter account, Rob, if you don't mind going to the Twitter account. So on my Twitter profile, you'll see the most recent tweet. So going a little bit, I said the only way the enemy can win is to divide and conquer. Expect to hear President Musk and Puppet Master as a way to get under Trump's skin. They'll plaster this everywhere. I predict it. Watch the clip. Play the clip, Rob, if you can. Go ahead and play it. It's showing that. Put it on 1. I'm the richest man in the world, and I want nothing from you, Trump. But they're going to do the following. Yeah, and I'm telling you, it could work effectively if it gets under Trump's skin. And here's what it is. 40 laws of power, law number 1. Can you go 40 laws of power, law number 1? You know what law number 1 is?
Never outshine.
Never outshine the master. Law number 1. Never outshine the master. For the next 4 years, nobody can outshine Trump. And I mean nobody. If anything happens, and credit is given, and they spin it, this is how they do it. You ready? Elon Musk is Trump's puppet master.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. That's what they're going to do. By the way, that was Thanksgiving. That's coming.
Thanksgiving, look at the set.
Yesterday.
Shout out to Kelly.
Time travelers. You guys are like, you're predicting all this stuff. And it was a funny thing that he's saying. But I know they have to create that friction between those two. Mm-hmm. It's not even JD right now. They'll do JD in year 34. Mm-hmm. But they have to do Musk right now. Year 1, year 2. First, they're going to have to find that play between the two, and they're going to have to write it all over the place. Cover of Time magazine. It's got to be a puppet master. What do you call it? A picture of Musk and Trump on the bottom, holding them, just to poke the bear. That's what they're going to do right here. And they're going to say, the president of the United States is really Elon Musk. Wow. It's not Trump. Wow.
Bingo.
Elon Musk is the president of the United States, and he's toying with Trump.
Pastradamus.
Poke the bear. You can pause it right there.
Pastradamus over here.
Tom, the question is, will it work? Do you think President Trump, seeing this kind of stuff and watching it, do you think at all in his mind it's going to upset him?
99% I think it's gonna upset him, because look at how Kamala was able to play them with the stadium, and because Kamala was saying that people are leaving the stadium, he got mad because of something like so childish like this. He doesn't care about nuclear weapon, but he cares about people in the stadium. He's kind of like a kid. It's weird, man. This guy.
8 years ago, I would have said there's probably, a chance that it's gonna unsettle him a little bit. I don't think so now, because I think they see it coming. They ran a fabulous campaign. They were able to jujitsu, the theory of jujitsu, use the other guy's energy, and then move that energy to get your move accomplished, and put the other man on the floor.
Guys, okay, so let's hear what Adam got to say, man. Adam Sosnick.
I think it is going to work, and I'll tell you why.
Wow, so Adam, it thinks like me. I think it's gonna work, guys. Guys, please put your comment, please. Like, is it gonna work on Trump? That the game that they are playing, that they are saying that Trump is that they're basically saying that Trump is the little kid and Elon Musk is the puppet master. Will it work on Trump? Please answer this question. Put a comment down. This is a very interesting thing. You can predict it, and I will go back to your comment. 6 months, 8 months, 1 year from now, I will look at your comment and talk about you. If you got predicted it well, or will it not work at all? And also, let's move on to will it work. Let's say it does work, and Trump kicks Elon Musk out of the Doge and everything like that. Does that mean now that the Trump administration is more effective because there's no billionaires one in the house, and JD Vance can shine a little bit more?
What else could they throw towards Trump that could get him off the pedestal? They've done the Nazi thing. They've done the allegations. They've tried to basically throw him in jail. They've done the court cases. They've done so many different things. So we all saw what happened with Russia. None of it worked. He got elected. Boom. We all know that Trump, for all the great things he's done, definitely can be vindictive, and he can definitely be sort of a fragile eagle at times. And the little things will happen. And the media will see Trump and Elon there doing a press conference one day. This could be a year down the road. And they'll say, well, okay, Mr. President, sorry, we have questions for Elon. And they're going to focus all their attention, and they're going to keep dripping and dripping and dripping and dripping this. And at some point, it might get under Trump's skin. And we're going to find out if Trump has the ability to basically tune out the noise and say, let's get S done, or if he's going to let this affect his relationship with Elon. I think he just surpassed $500 billion, Pat. So
I have one simple follow-up. Yeah. This election was too important for what has to happen for America. Specifically, we've got the debt thing going on right now. It was so important for America. And I would hate to see the opportunity squandered at the hands of a psyop.
Tom.
Man, Tom is angry now. Like he doesn't want to see the opportunity. I don't think it's so basically it seems like the PBD and the right wing, they feel that Trump being next to Elon Musk being next to Trump and advising Trump is a good thing for Trump. Me, I don't think so. I don't think it's good for a billionaire to be working on the team like that. Like a guy that has like I think you can have a billionaire, but somebody that doesn't need money from the government. Nobody that's involved with government contract to go to space. If it's a billionaire, a random billionaire that has a lot of money that has nothing to do with space, nothing to do that with government contract, then that's good. That's okay. It's not like I hate billionaires, but I don't want a billionaire that get benefit from the government from being next to you. If it's a billionaire that has no benefit from the government, then maybe that's okay. Maybe Warren Buffett, maybe. I don't know. I mean, maybe Warren Buffett could be a good billionaire, but not all the billionaires are the same. Every billionaires are different.
You know, when Tom gets pissed, guys, seriously,
He's mad.
there's a part of me that gets scared, and I want to walk
He
out.
doesn't mess around.
So upsets me. But let me tell you something here. I got a question for you.
Yes,
And
sir.
Tom, I got a question for you as well. You ready? So, what used to upset you when you were 20 that no longer upsets you at 30?
I love this question. I hate to say this, guys. Like, PPD is a hell of a fucking creator. He's a hell of a creator. He's pretty good at what he does. He's very good at what he does. Let me ask you this question. That's an interesting question. What used to bother you at your 20 and didn't bother you at 30? What used to bother you at 20 and doesn't bother you when you are 40? You see how the questions just pop up out of his head? I mean, I wasn't thinking something like this, but that's quite amazing. But it's quite good. Let's go. That's a very good question.
Stay with me. What used to upset you when you were 30 that no longer upsets you at 40?
Okay, hold on. What's up, bro?
Well, you ready? So, what used to upset you when you were 20 that no longer upsets you at 30? Stay with me. What used to upset you when you were 30 that no longer upsets you at 40? What used to upset you at 40 that no longer upsets you in your 50s? Okay? And then here's a follow-up question. What used to upset you in your 20s that whether you're 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, it's still going to upset you? Those two questions will dictate what's going to happen here. So answer it for yourself. What used to upset you in your 20s that no longer does in your 40s? I can tell you mine. I have a lot of them.
Wait, 20s that bothered you?
Yeah. What used to upset you in your 20s that things were said about you, or, things with the words that no longer upsets you today?
Picking my height. Oh, you're short. You're this. You're that. Doesn't
Okay,
none of that bothers
think
me.
about that.
Yeah,
Think-
nothing. None
but
of that.
by the way, at one point, how much did it?
Oh, of course, because I was really
well,
small.
okay, what else? What used to bother you in your 20s that no longer upsets you today? Okay, look, he went somewhere. Did you see that?
Yeah.
All of us.
Just the gay comments.
Wow, but that still upsets you. I mean, even earlier today, I don't even want to tell him
Let's
what you
not
told me
talk
earlier.
about it. Let's not
But
talk
be
about it.
serious for a second.
Yeah.
And folks, I'm asking you, the audience that's answering this question
doesn't
here.
affect me at all.
But was there things that would destroy you, keep you up at night, and all that stuff that no longer does?
Yeah,
today?
people talk about my mom, like your mother's this or your father. That today, it's nothing to me.
Right.
I don't even listen to that
Right.
type of stuff.
Okay. So now, what used to bother in your 20s? Tom.
Anything about my religion, anything about Christianity, anything about my beliefs and stuff like that. Still, that hasn't changed at all.
Tom.
Well, I would say that. I have a certain feeling for that, but I also have a eternal perspective on that. I still, and you know this, if people are lazy and things won't go as fast as they need to, that bothered me in my 20s, it bothers me now because I want to get it done. And it bothers me as much today as it ever has, even more so today because now I have the benefit of my own history, realizing that when you really go fast and you put it down, what you can really achieve. And I've seen it. So actually, it probably bothers me more today. When I was in my 20s and I used to hear, well, you didn't go to this school, you didn't go to that school. That really bothered me. Now I look back on it and said, well, I think I did okay. So that's like, whatever. Now I see it as I kind of poke back, right? Yeah, I went to a small.
Yeah, when I was younger, it used to bother me a lot. Maybe when people say the N word, or when people call me immigrant, or when people talk about my accent a lot. It doesn't bother me that much anymore. But the accent and calling me immigrant and calling me always about the race always bother me. Even people calling me stupid. Like if somebody says stupid, I didn't like it. I wanted to be smart. I think I was smart, but it's like nobody likes that. Stupid, whatever, immigrant, low IQ. Like, what I'm saying? Like when people say that because you're from another country, it bothers you a lot when you were young. Now it doesn't bother me that much. Right now, I have a very weird way of looking at the world. In order for you to bother me, you have to persist in doing the same thing to me. But nothing bothers me like that anymore. So there needs to be persistence.
Small school, and then I had to put myself through to get my MBA. I guess that worked out.
So watch.
Now
very good point.
I almost go the other
Right.
way with it.
I'll just add one thing. For me, I don't think I'll ever change this. People who are just sloppiness, grossness, just have zero standards, just anything goes, willy-nilly, broke, gross, just disgusting. Clean it up, buddy. That will never be something that I just like, oh yeah, I'm okay
you
with it.
You probably
Never.
thought about a friend that was like that. You went somewhere, maybe a former roommate, you had something like that. Because I had a guy like that as well. His name was Speedy Espinoza. He would leave his underwear on his bed and go for the weekend with this girl in Nashville who, I don't want to say who. Anyway, so he.
You don't want to say what? You just called out Speedy.
One weekend, Speedy, and this guy was 5-6 years older than me. I was 18 years old, but I was done. One weekend, I took all his clothes and I dumped it the weekend he was gone because he would leave his underwear. And I don't even want to tell you what it looked like. He would leave his briefs. I took his clothes in a plastic bag. I dumped it in the trash. My room would smell. I can't deal with smell. He came back saying, "Where are my clothes?" I said, "In the trash outside." I said, "Don't ever leave your underwear here before you leave. Wash them before you leave. I'm not gonna, every time you leave dirty clothes here, and if I smell anything, it's going to the trash every single time." And he very quickly realized he needs to wash his clothes. And that drove me effing insane.
I'm with you.
But let me tell you what
Disgusting.
it is. You ready? Okay. What hasn't changed? People you do a lot for that betray you. And again, I'm going back to Trump on what he's thinking about. What else? Stuff with my dad.
People that did a lot for and they betray you. I hate to say this still bothers me. It still bothers me, those things. Like, I believe, like, when I'm nice to somebody, they should be nice to me, even till this day. I have this weird belief that, I'm nice to you, you're going to be nice to me. But it's not the way the world works. The world doesn't work like that. People don't look at like, you're nice to me, you didn't diss me, I'm not going to diss you. The world doesn't work like that. It's like, the world is nasty, man.
Dad. It's just, you just don't do it. Anything with my dad, family. Don't go there. He's a very good man, okay? Faith, God, values, principle, America, very protective of that. It's very important. Betrayal, it's always going to be there. Betrayal's always going to be there because I'm always going to do more for you than you're going to do for me. Lack of gratitude will always be unattractive. I had a call yesterday. A guy comes to my office, brings me the nicest painting. And he says, well, you're such and such. We just fired a couple people recently. He says, and one of the guys that we fired, you were there. You were in the building. We brought security. We're like, hey, this is your last day. You're getting fired. Oh, no way. Shell shock, boom. He says, yeah, he called me and told me that he quit. I said, he told you he quit? Yeah, wow. Really? He says, I told him, I said, you're an idiot. This guy introduced you to all these different people. You quit? Huh. So then I sent a message. Are you telling people? So, well, I'm telling them this. Interesting. That's permanent. Mm-hmm. Because when Tom and I were working together, and over the years, Gerard used to be on the podcast. He sent me the nicest message the other day. Guess what? When things were happening 2 years ago, 3 years ago, we never said anything about him. So I like him till today. Mm-hmm. I think he's a talent. You know what his Instagram profile says? Fired from PBD Podcast.
Oh, does it really?
Yeah, funny as hell, right? But you know what it is? Here's what it is. I will forever remember how you value the relationship. Mm-hmm. Permanent. We'll remember. Mm-hmm. It's always going to be here. You publicly undermined everything that happened, no problem. I don't think it'll happen here because I don't think, you see, neither one of the men made the other man. Good point. Trump didn't make Musk, and Musk didn't make Trump. Huh. So, when it's like that, it's not like Trump is, Musk wears Trump's gear.
Yeah, exactly.
He wears the Make America Great Again gear.
Dark MAGA.
Yeah.
And it's like, just puts it on. And guess what? Great. Good for you. And so he's given that respect to him. Musk is coming over here to Mar-a-Lago all the time. Of course, there's motives on both sides and there's incentives on both sides. That's very important. The biggest factor internally is, I think, the person that controls if Trump gets upset about this or not here, believe it or not, is actually not Trump. Guy sends me a message, another guy, we love this guy. He was with us for 3 years and he quit. He didn't get fired. He actually quit. He came to me and said, Pat, today's my last day, I quit. I'm like, oh, wow. When you're in business for 25 years, you're going to get spooked sometimes and you're going to do the firing, right? Both 50-50. And that decision takes place. And I said, so do you have any final thoughts? Because we're done. I mean, you already made your decision. I wish you nothing but the best. Great. Boom. Do your thing. Fantastic. He says, what do I do with this relationship long term? I said, I don't dictate what direction this relationship goes long term. You do. I'm going to continue to grow. You dictate where we go long term. Okay? And guess what? Been very respectful, all the stuff that we're doing. In this relationship with Trump and Elon, Elon controls what happens, not Trump. Elon has to be the first to jump out and defend Trump. Elon has to jump out and call these people out. Elon has to go out after these guys and be the flag carrier because in this role, Elon is the flag carrier. Trump put his life on the line and took the heat debating when nobody believed in him for the whole 4 years after 2020 where everybody wrote him out and they're like, this guy's done with. He went through those DOJ. He went to court. He went and did all that stuff. He traveled to New York and mugshot and embarrassing and family and wife's drawer. He went through those humiliating moments. Nobody's above this guy. So that's why I'm saying, and the reason why I don't think it'll happen, because I think Elon understands this dynamic. Because Elon has a lot of people that he changed their lives as well. They owe Elon the favor, not the other way around. Many people don't understand this, and the reason why they don't understand is because they think life is only 1 year. And only think about, well, I got the other guy to give me $20,000 because I'm doing business right now. Patrick will never find that. We find out everything. And then guess what happens long term? You sacrifice a role. You don't think your kids are going to need that phone call in 10 years or 20 years or 30 years? You just did it for this one reason? Man, you're short-term thinking. Elon's not short-term thinking. Elon's long-term thinking. So I don't think it's going to happen because I think Elon's been, all this stuff that they're doing to Trump, I think it's happened to him in business so many times that Elon is what? He's locked in. My opinion. But the person that controls where this relationship goes here, I think it's going to be Elon. I think Trump has the right to be upset. I think Trump has the right if somebody throws him under the bus behind closed doors. I think Trump has the right to be a little bit agitated if any of that stuff happens. He has the right to have that. He's a man. He had all the pressure. And everyone just needs to stay as united as possible, do the job. And if we do, history books could potentially consider this 4 years the most monumental 4 years that took America to the next level. And I'm being sincere, that everybody benefits from it. And whoever...
That is interesting that PBD is very positive about Trump like this. But there's one thing that PBD said that is very critical. It is very critical. Elon Musk is the one that gotta call it out and say that I am not the president. Donald Trump is the president. Donald Trump won the presidency. Donald Trump is the executive. What is it? The chief executive of this country, not me. I'm a proxy. I'm his friend. I tell him what I believe, but he doesn't have to follow it. I don't know where. You know what I'm saying? Elon should do that. I agree with PBD 100%. You got to come out and say what's going on here. Thank you, guys. Have a good day.